What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're here with the series that I do after every pay-per-view, and that is ranking or grading every fighter's performance from the card. I go through the entire card, I get every single fighter, winners and losers, and I grade their performances on a traditional A+, A, B, C, or D, whatever, and then an F for those that just did terrible. So yeah, we're going to be grading every single fighter's performance. I'll justify my reasons. You guys let me know in the comments if you agree or not. But yeah, let's get into the video. Like, subscribe, follow my Instagram, Left Lane MMA. Let's get started. Belal Muhammad gets an A+. This is like the kid in your class that was just in absolute shambles going up to the thing. You're like, yeah, this dude's failing. This dude's got no fucking future. This dude's going to need to fucking drop out and pick up a trade or some shit. Like, just go work at Macca's, buddy. You're not passing school. You're going to fail this exam. And then Belal just rocks up out of nowhere and somehow pulls a fucking 95%. Like, that's what Belal Muhammad's done here. No one expected him to win, really. Not many people did. I know Bedtime said he believed in Belal Muhammad. Sorry, bro, you have to actually fucking pick the person for it to count. But yeah, not many people actually committed to a pick of Belal Muhammad. And those that did, fair play. But yeah, Belal shocked a lot of people. He dominated Leon Edwards a minimum 3-2, arguably 4-1. Crazy win for Belal Muhammad. Normally, I don't give these A+ to the people that don't get finishes. But Belal, we grade him on a different curve because he's never going to get a finish anyway. So we grade his performances based off, he's obviously going to go to decision. And the fact that he just beat Leon Edwards by dominant decision and it wasn't that close, yeah, you got to give him an A+, so fair play to Belal. Let's move on, though, to the next fighter. Next up, we've got Leon Edwards. I'm going to give him a D. Pause. I'm never going to be able to say this. I should have changed it to C, because every time I'm going to be like, I'm giving this dude a D. It's like mega pause, but whatever. Leon Edwards, very bad performance. Not F quality. Just because he did go to a decision, he did have moments, he did win the third round. It's not like he went out there and got finished by Belal. Otherwise, yeah, you get it. You literally get a 0%, buddy. But no, Leon Edwards did have a very bad performance. Didn't show up looking like how many people thought he would. Striking looked mid as fuck. Wasn't able to defend the takedowns as well as he has against other fighters. So yeah, very bad performance from Leon Edwards. Let's move on, though, to the next fighter. Next up, Tom Aspinall, A+. Bro, you got a 1 minute fucking TKO in a championship fight. Yeah, that's an A+ performance for Tom Aspinall. Not much else to say. The mic work was pretty good too. Yeah, apart from getting caught once by a jab from Curtis Blaydes, which I'm sure the John Jones fans are going to be like, John Jones would have knocked you out with that jab. They're just coping. But no, Tom Aspinall pretty much had a flawless performance, as he has been doing in his recent fights. I said this the other day, but Tom Aspinall's last 3 fights have been, I think it combines 3 minutes, 22 seconds, I want to say, or 20 seconds. And he's dealt with 3 top 10 opponents. It's crazy stuff from Tom Aspinall. Just dealt with Curtis Blaydes faster than anyone ever has. Even Pavlovich didn't get him out of there that quick. And yeah, he just does him up in a minute. Puts him in a bag, sends him home. Crazy stuff from Tom Aspinall. John Jones, quit ducking, little bro. Chickens can't be goats. Anyway, let's move on to the next fighter. Next up, Curtis Blaydes. It's an F for Mr. Curtis Blaydes. You can't be getting finished in a minute in a championship fight. I know Aspinall does that to a lot of people, but yeah, I would grade them the same. They also get an F. Blaydes, bro, you're not a striker, buddy. You got to shoot takedowns from the get-go. Just Geltonol made a max and then just spam 20 takedowns in a round. That's the only thing you're going to have success doing. Just because you KO'd Chris Dorcas does not mean you're a capable striker. So yeah, fight IQ is out the window for Curtis Blaydes. Definitely, not the smartest tool in the shed, as you could probably just tell by looking at him, for no particular reason. But Curtis Blaydes, yeah, terrible performance, bad fight IQ, terrible. I think he said the game plan was to wrestle. By the way, guys, I didn't fail my game. I didn't follow my game plan, but it would have worked and I would have won if I did. So yeah, next time, guys, I'll follow my game plan and I'll make sure to win. Doesn't work like that, bro. You got to actually win the fight. And he didn't. He went out there, punched Aspinall once in the face, thought he fucking rocked him or some shit, and just died. So yeah, that's tough for Curtis Blaydes. But let's move on to the next fighter. Next up, Paddy Pimblett. Honestly, A+ performance from Paddy Pimblett. This was crazy. I expected him to win. I picked him to win by decision. I did not, or maybe a third round, second round submission, rear naked choke gets the back. I did not expect him to just submit Bobby Green straight away. Now, to be fair, Bobby Green was a bit retarded. We'll talk about him in a sec. But Paddy Pimblett round one submission in like less than 3 minutes, 2 minutes? Crazy. Just does Bobby Green quicker than pretty much anyone has ever. Makhachev didn't. I think he did it quicker than Makhachev. So yeah, on paper, Pimblett's better than Makhachev. But no, I'm kidding. But regardless, still, very good performance from Paddy Pimblett. Not many people do that. I know it was in part by Bobby Green being dumb. Paddy's like offensive wrestling, we still need to see a bit more of against the top level guy. Like if he had just taken down Bobby Green, immediately subbed him, it's different. It's taken away from just a little bit by Bobby Green's retardation, but still very impressive performance from Paddy Pimblett. Let's move on though to the retard, Bobby Green. F tier performance for Bobby Green. You got about a 10% on this sack, probably not on this exam, whatever. Not even. Arguably, you wrote your name down on the paper. You know, you signed the contract, and then you just did nothing else. You showed up in the cage, threw a couple jabs, shot a shitty takedown, got subbed straight away. Like, that's about all you did. You left about half the fucking exam booklet unanswered. So yeah, tough luck for Bobby Green. Retardation maxing performance. Stupid fucking dude. And you can't even say cope because I picked Paddy. It's genuinely just like he was retarded in that fight. That was, what the fuck were you trying to do there? Why are you wrestling Paddy? But anyway, Paddy actually did still look alright on the feet, and Bobby Green wasn't just tagging him. We've learned this before. Bobby Green sucks going forward. He needs to be a counter striker. He can't really hit you that much going forward. Anyway, let's move on to the next fighter. Next up, we've got Gregory Rodriguez, Obama Cop. I'll give him an A, to be honest. Very solid performance, 30-27 decision. I expected CLD to catch him. I didn't trust his chin enough. I thought his defense was too suspect, and I thought CLD would drop him and finish him. I wasn't confident in the pick. The logical pick here was Rodriguez, so it's not like he was some massive underdog. He was a slight underdog, but yeah, he showed up well. Showed up really didn't get caught at all. Wasn't in trouble for many moments of the fight. Pretty much did what he wanted on the feet, in the striking, the grappling, and the wrestling. He did what he wanted. So yeah, fair play to Gregory Rodriguez. Give him an A+, or not A+, so A. Let's move on though to the next fighter. Next up on the card, or the next person to talk about, CLD Christian Leroy Duncan. I'll give him a D again. Pause. But look, he didn't get finished immediately. He didn't actually get finished at all. He went to a decision. So fair enough. I actually did think if he didn't win in the first round, I did actually think he would lose. I just thought he would win in the first round. But I was not expecting him to go to a decision at all. So regardless of the outcome, win or lose, I'm actually impressed he went to a decision. Look, did he look good? No. His striking looked mid as fuck. He just tried to keep pushing Rodriguez against the fence, which was just an odd game plan. And then, on the feet, got cracked a bunch, was getting wobbled, getting bruised up, really didn't look all that good. So yeah, not a good performance at all for CLD. Let's move on though to the next fighter. Next up, Arnold Allen. I'll give him an A. Very solid performance. Can't go A+, obviously didn't get the finish, but that's a typical Arnold Allen fight. He's not a massive finisher. I picked him by decision 29-28. Got it done exactly that way. Looked real good in the second and third. Looked real good. Was cracking Giga a bunch, just really teeing off on him a lot. Survived some early danger, because Giga's one of those guys that's real dangerous in the first. He's throwing flying knees, he's throwing head kicks, all that stuff. And he avoided all that, didn't get cracked, didn't get dropped, didn't get wobbled. He just looked good, he looked solid, didn't even need a wrestle either. He just cleanly outstruck Arnold Allen in the second and third. So very good performance from Mr. Arnold Allen. Giga Chikadze, I'll give him a C. Oh, no, not C, so I'll give him a B. Very solid performance from Giga. He actually looked a bit better than I expected. Even though I expected Allen to win 29-28, maybe 30-27, and I expected Giga to win at least a round. Like, he did look pretty solid. It's not like he was just getting absolutely teed off on, like, this was not Holloway Cater or even Arnold Allen, also even Cater versus Giga, what Cater did to Giga in the later rounds. So yeah, he did better than I expected in terms of staying in the fight. His cardio, while not amazing, did hold up better than I expected too. So yeah, solid performance for Giga. Let's move on though to the next fighter. Moving down to the prelims, Nathaniel Wood, I'll also give him a B. Now look, if he had found the finish in this fight, probably would have given him an A. And if this fight was based off just the first two rounds, probably would have given him an A as well. But he just let Pineda back into the fight too much later on. Got held down for the last round. had him rocked and hurt on multiple occasions, couldn't find the finish, which was a bad look. Daniel Pineda's 39. I expected him to get a finish. But ultimately, he did look very good on the feet, looked very clean, really didn't have much offense, like dangerous offense coming his way for the first two, really stayed out of all the trouble, but in the third, just kind of got held down. And you got to finish fights. Like, you hurt him to the body badly, you rocked him. I know Pineda's real tough, but like, you should be able to get that dude out of there. Anyway, let's move on to the next fighter. Daniel Pineda. I'll give him another D. Pause. I'm just going to say this every time. Pineda, look, mid-performance. He did it right in the third, but he did about as expected. I can't really be like, oh, I'll give you a C or whatever, or a B because you were an underdog. Like, no, you didn't win still. You didn't look good. You just won the third round. So, yeah, Pineda looked very mid. So I'll give him the D. But let's move on to the next fighter. Bruno Brazil. I'll actually give her an A, to be honest. She did very well. Look, Molly McCann's not that good, but she performed incredibly. She got a 10-8 round in there, I'm pretty sure, or should have at least. I think she won all three, or maybe lost one round, but she beat the fuck out of Molly McCann in the first round. Also hit that clit shot, which was plus 10 points. But no, Bruno Brazil looked great. Clean striking. Maybe A is too much. Maybe I'll move it down to a B. You can do that if you want. But yeah, I thought she looked very good. She looked a lot better than expected. Not many people picked her. And yeah, she beat Molly McCann and was her first loss at strawweight as well. So pretty good performance from Bruno Brazil. Molly McCann, I'm not giving you the D, but you're in the D tier. No chance I'm giving you the D. Molly McCann, fucking shit performance. Terrible performance. Looked awful. Arguably should be F tier. Because that was awful. Did terrible. Was a massive favourite and really just did fuck all in the fight. So yeah, she was tough, but she's lesbian. What do you expect? Anyway, let's move on to the next fighter. Next up, Jake Hadley. A tier, honestly. Look, very impressive. Was a big underdog. Fought Kalen Loughran, moving up on short notice. Somehow missed weight at bantamweight as moving up as a flyweight, which was weird. But still, very impressive performance from Jake Hadley. Looked great on the striking. Actually stuffed the takedowns too. Most of the time at flyweight, he just gets out-physicality'd and just bullied around a bit with the size. But no, this time he actually looked pretty solid. So, good job, Jake Hadley. Great performance. Kalen Loughran, you suck, bitch. Fuck out of here. D tier. Not a good performance. Arguably should be F tier, but it was a decision. It wasn't like he got dominated. But yeah, I expected better. Thought you'd be able to get takedowns. Didn't. And looked pretty shit. So yeah, let's move on though to the next fighter. Next up, we got Cap and Makaev. They're both going in the fucking F tier. That shit was disgraceful. Not in terms of like they looked like awful fighters or they didn't perform well, whatever. Like boring ass fight. Did nothing, yapped beyond belief, both of them. I'm not letting either of them off the hook. I know some people will be like, oh, you got to blame Cap too. Yeah, I'm blaming both of them. Makaev, crotch sniffer, boring, cheated a bunch, literally sucker punched Cap backstage and then just did not do anything in the fight. Cap, I'll give him a little bit of a pass because he broke his toe. But apart from that, yeah, both of them still looked shit. Even before he broke his toe, Cap still looked tentative as fuck, really not doing much. Both were trying to just wait for each other. Cap was trying to counter-strike. Makaev was just trying to throw at range. And yeah, F tier for fucking Makaev. You got expelled, buddy. You got kicked out of the UFC. Like, that's the comparison. This dude did so shit that they're like, yeah, we're not keeping you around. That's Makaev's performance. Cap still did terrible. But yeah, so both of them disgraceful stuff. Let's move on, though, to the next fighter. Next up, we've got Oban Elliott. Actually, very solid performance. I'll give him the B tier or B grade, whatever. He looked pretty solid. Preston Parsons, I expected him to beat him. I expected Oban Elliott to lose. He stuffed the takedowns, looked great in the grappling, solid striking. Not like a masterclass performance, but still looked very solid. Parsons, you can get D tier as well, grade over D. Both of them looked, it was a solid fight. It wasn't like crazy boring. It wasn't like fun. It wasn't like crazy fun either. Just a very solid performance. Obviously, Oban Elliott looked better, so he gets the higher grade. Let's move on, though, to the next fighter. Next up, we got Modestas Bukauskas. I'll give him a B tier performance, or B tier grade, whatever. He looked alright, looked pretty mid on the feet, but he showed some improvements in the grappling. First time he's actually completed takedowns, and he obviously got some submissions, or some submission attempt, and then obviously got the submission in the end with the head and arm. Looked good on the ground, looked mid as fuck on the feet. He looked alright at moments. Prachnio, obviously, as the loser, you have to go one grade lower. Normally, I do like A+, B, C, D, F instead of A plus, A, B, C, D. But a lot of people have commented saying you don't really need like one of those middle grades to like distinguish between the A pluses and the A's because then it means that I would have to bump down some of the B tier performances because like I can't grade like Giga Chikadze's performance the same as fucking like Arnold Allen or some shit. So yeah, I could just do 6 tiers, to be honest. I might just do that next time. But I'm yapping. Both of them, Bukauskas, both of them looked pretty mid. But obviously you got to give the winner the higher grade. Let's move on though to the next fight. Sam Patterson gets the A plus submission in the first round. Really didn't have any negative moments of this fight. Took down Kiefer Crosby, subbed him immediately. And a lot of the time in this video, I grade them based off expectations. I'll be like, oh, I expected Patterson to do that and he did it. I'll give him a B or whatever. But no, I'm giving him credit. I think if you're looking at Bilal, Aspinall, Paddy Aspinall and Paddy getting round 1 finishes, you got to give Patterson that same treatment. Obviously less quality opposition, but just in terms of the pure performance, not looking at who they're fighting, yeah, he went out there, didn't take any damage, just immediately subbed Kiefer Crosby, who is obviously getting an F. Get this guy out of the sport. But yeah, Patterson did really well. Very good. Upper welterweight, he actually looks pretty solid. I know Yanal Ashmuz, the Israeli dude, KO'd him. I just had to specify that just in case you didn't know who he was. But no, Ashmuz KO'd him at lightweight. You could say he dropped a bomb on his chin, or a tank fire or whatever, a cannon fire. I don't fucking know. Anyway, Patterson lost to Ashmuz at lightweight, but up at welterweight, that's 2 wins in a row, 2 first-round submissions, looking real good. So Patterson, very impressive stuff. Yeah, as I said, Crosby, bum, get him out the sport. Let's move on to the next fight. Next up, I'm going with Mick Parkin, and I'm giving him an A+. Mick Parkin got a finish in the first round. Crazy. The more you know. Like, impressive performance from Mick Parkin. Fat man gets his first finish. Congrats, MMA Guru, on the $100,000 bonus. I know you really needed that money because obviously the ad revenue's not paying enough. But yeah, Mick Parkin did really well. Great performance from him. Lucas Bershke, fucking F tier, obviously terrible. Can't be getting finished at heavyweight by fat bums outside the rankings. But yeah, great job, Mick Parkin. But that's the video done, guys. I'm skipping the 2 last women just because I ran out of space to put in the D tier, and I probably wouldn't have, I'm giving Elise Ardeline the D, if you know what I'm saying. I'm putting a paper bag over that face, and I'm giving her the D. Obviously, the grade I'm talking about, the grade in terms of the performance. No, but I ran out of room, so I'm not going to, it fucks up the size of the, like, template or whatever if I put them down lower, so yeah. Anyway, they both did pretty shit, both probably D tier performances, to be honest. But that's the end of the video, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know in the comments as well, if you agree or not with my assessments of these fighters. Who would you have graded higher or lower? Yeah, follow my Instagram, Left Lane MMA, if I didn't say that 20 times already. Go follow my clip channel, Right Lane MMA. It's not me doing the videos, it's someone else. But yeah, go follow him, give him a subscription. What else? Abu Dhabi predictions coming tomorrow. That'll be cool. Got some more videos. Let me know what videos you guys want to see in the comments, because I need video ideas. So yeah, anyway, guys, peace out. Chewie.